Oh, no. Not unless you count the fact that when he burps, it smells like 4 burning tires.
Girls, I am just so mad. That pig tore up my nightgown last night.
Blanche, the people you dated from foreign countries, they play by different rules.
I'll understand, you know, if you decide not to.
Well, how come you didn't ask Charmaine for her kidney? You were always closer to Charmaine.
Charmaine's kidneys are attached to each other.
What do you mean attached?
Well, the two are joined. It's like having one big kidney and you can't separate them.
Leave it to Charmaine.
What was the last thing that you remember before that fire?
Meatloaf. 9 days in a row.
There are only witnesses dead. That ought to work in our favor.
Dorothy, that hot plate was mine. I made s'mores all the time. I hate
choice. It so happens that I am Miss Andra Dickinson. And now, if you don't mind, I would like 2 rooms.
You don't look like Angie Dickinson to me.
I know I have altered my appearance for a very important movie role.
Yeah, it's a...
Oh, no, listen to this. 9:30 confirmed surgery for the following day.
Surgery? On what?
That's all it says.
Oh, my God.
Oh, now, honey, don't panic. I mean, it may not be anything serious.
Of course it's serious. If it was minor, he would have told me about it. That's why he's been living for the day.
Maybe Rex is right. Maybe I have gained a few pounds. Maybe I could try a little harder.
You are buying right into this.
What makes you such an expert on relationships? This is male-female stuff. This is what I know. If I need advice on jigsaw puzzles, I'll come to you.
Second set.
I'm a waitress at the Fountain Rock Coffee Shop. 12 hours a day, 4 days a week, minimum wage and tips, and a 60% employee discount on day-old Danish. Huh?
A coffee shop.
Happy?
I don't know. Is it because we know that Lillian's just plain lucky that a lot of old people do slip through the cracks and are forgotten? And maybe it may not be too long until we're elderly ourselves.
I know, girls. Let's...
He walked. Well, good night. Sweet dreams.
I think I'll have just one more cup of tea.
Yeah, and we can finish the cheesecake.
Sounds good.
You know what would go so good on this cheesecake is those chocolate sprinkles.
We finished those in...
But we're a family nonetheless, and you can't break us up.
Well, as moving as all this is, I can't help you. I got to file my report, and either Mrs. Devereaux has to bring the house up to code, or somebody's got to leave.
Wait just a minute. These women no longer live in my house.
Blanche, what are you saying?
I'm saying that it's not...
And Beatty passed up the chance to sleep with me.
So, Rose, you say you were radioactive?
Dr. Elliot Clayton has bonged every female member of the country club. Can you let that happen to Dorothy? Can you let that happen to little Mei Ling? Hasn't she suffered enough?
Not as much as I have listening to that story.
Forget this.
I don't know.
But Blanche, who did you see?
Well, that was a particularly active time for me. I was looking quite stunning. You know, I just had my teeth bonded and I was really irresistible.
Hello, Blanche.
A few people.
How many is a few?
Boy, no wonder they call you the big me and the bug lady.
Do you believe the mob out there?
Where's Marvin?
Who?
Your lawyer, Marvin Mitchelson. Where is he?
I'm not using Marvin on this case.
He's a brilliant lawyer. Listen, Stanley, we need help here.
You know, last night, after Marvin got us bailed out,
But I keep having this recurring dream where I'm being chased by a giant Listerine bottle. And when I open my mouth to scream, all I can do is gargle.
Are you experiencing the same symptoms?
Yes, except at my dream, I'm chased by a bottle of Scope.
left Brooklyn.
Yep, I hid it under the seat when I was loading the suitcases. Happy Valentine's Day, Sophia.
I think this is what I was trying to explain to Papa. Come here, you big lug.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Papa, what was that?
Is he asleep?
You need any help?
We're going to have that baby till college.
So, how was dinner?
I'm still in shock.
What happened?
I just can't believe it.
What?
You know, you just never think you're going to hear that.
Blanche, tell me.
She's dying.
Where is he now?
Oh, I wish I could tell you. But I really don't know anything about him anymore. When I knew him, he was a professor at a college.
That's hard to believe.
Well, it's one of the few places they have professors.
No, I know that. I meant...
But it was just as it always had been.
Well, I'm shocked.
I was too. You know, Chrissy didn't teach him a thing.
Well, if he's moving in, I'm moving out.
He is not moving in, Ma. We are not getting back together. It was just...
It was an enchanting evening.
Enchanted evening. That was the theme of that prom that we never got to.
A little more romantic than the theme they had tonight.
Wear a condom is more than a prom theme. It's sort of become the school slogan.
It's catchy.
Oh, I wish Stan...
You don't have to build him up to me, honey. I like him fine already.
It's 5 o'clock. Where's Holly?
Out with Dorothy, I think.
Still? Oh, I'm going to owe Dorothy big for this one.
You know something, Rose? I don't think you're big.
So we're a family. We're a family stuck in a diner on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but at least we're together.
Boy, I know I'm feeling better. My craving for cheesecake has returned.
That man was so nice to us. I wish there was something we could do for him.
Maybe there is.
He has been over 60, bald, covered in liver spots, and wears a truss.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I used to attract men who were young and active and virile. But now they... Damn, you're good. Well, it wasn't all up and down the Florida coast. It was only Fort Lauderdale during spring break.
Me the towel.
Oh, just hate that Sid LeBass.
Well, it's not Sid's fault. He told us patching the roof wouldn't work.
Listen, let's face it, we're going to have to find a way to come... Honey, can you help me with this necklace?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Have you ever given a eulogy?
You mean at a funeral?
No, Rose, at a pie-eating contest. I just don't know what I'm going to say.
Well, actually, I was asked to say a few words at Lenny Linder.
We had a perfect evening.
Oh, that is beautiful.
But isn't it a shame you didn't look behind the tree the first time? You could have had 2 perfect
Didn't go tonight. Who needs the crowds, the hassle?
You're sounding old, pussycat. It's not a hearing aid that makes you old. It's what you're becoming by not getting one. Think of what you're missing, all the things I hear. The birds singing, the wind in the trees, the sound of the ticker tape telling you Xerox has gone up to...
Be ridiculous. In fact, I wish Janet were here to see how wonderful her mother and her little girl are getting along. I just know she's going to let her come back year after year. I'll go get the music.
You be sure and get some sleep tonight, sweetheart, so you'll be all rested when we go to the zoo tomorrow.
I'm not going to the zoo.
Dorothy. Yeah, I miss you. I think we have to talk. Yes, Mr. Yamamoto. Yes. Fine, I'll see you there.
Oh, I'm so glad you're going back to work.
Yeah, he was thrilled too.
make me do this for the rest of my life.
Okay, only if you promise you'll live forever.
Okay, I promise.
How can you make a promise like that?
Hey, if I don't come through, what are you gonna do to me?
So tomorrow I'm just gonna have to stop this lying and tell the truth no matter how much it might hurt all of us. Dorothy, I want you to know that having friends like you really helps me get through times like
Performs?
Oh, come on, George. It means that we just did something together and it felt great. And we've got to do more of that without the kids. But you're never here.
What do you want me to do, Renee?
Cut back on your practice.
What do I do? Tell a guy in cardiac arrest I can't see you or I'm meeting my wife for sushi?
George.
And the fans, they went crazy. They were screaming and jumping up and down just like it was the 60s. I mean, everyone except me. I mean, I had a fabulous time, but I managed to retain my dignity.
Morning, blokes.
And he told me to dress him.
And?
And I dressed him. And then we had a fight. I grabbed a pair of white pants and I was putting them on him. And Charlie said it was after Labor Day and he couldn't wear one.
In the middle of a heart attack.
In me.
You from Minnesota?
Yes.
No kidding, so am I.
What a coincidence. Isn't that amazing? But St. Olaf.
Ben Wheaton, pleased to meet you.
Oh, no, my name is Rose Nyland. I come from St. Olaf. The rest of my life. It's very oily.
What about dinner tomorrow night, Dorothy? Say about 8?
Perfect. We'll go to Jack's Crab House. It's wonderful.
Well, girls, is this dress gonna stop traffic or what? Oh, hello there.
I want you two to pretend you're still married and that we're all living here together.
I'm sorry, Sophia. I will not take part in this. The institution of marriage is sacred.
I'll give you $50.
Okay, I'll do it.
Dorothy, it's only for one afternoon. It'll break your uncle's heart if he finds out you're divorced.
Ma, forget it. We're divorced because Stanley... Okay, what do you think of this one?
Dorothy, you and Elliot have been out almost every night this week. He's obviously hooked. You don't have to look good anymore. What you have on is fine.
Poor thing. Wish there was something I could do. I know! I'll make my famous ice cream clown sundaes. With the little raisin eyes and the sugar cone caps.
If that doesn't fill the void, nothing will.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Hi, Ernie.
Oh, Rose, I'm really sorry. I'm on my way to the office. There's been a small emergency. Do you mind if we postpone our date?
Well, I was gonna ask you
Now, look,
if you...
I'd like to make this up to you. I've been thinking, how about we go away this weekend? I know it's sudden, but...
Pussycat, can you lend me $20?
Ma, this is the second time this week that you've come to me for money. Now, what happened to your allowance?
Something's come up. A medical emergency. Can I have the money?
What medical... Ma, what's wrong?
I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Just calm down. I'll show you an old Sicilian trick. This is how I grew up poor and managed to eat in the best restaurants in all of Italy. Watch. Look, learn. It's awful. Swill.
Not even a titter?
Dorothy, I won't laugh.
Okay. I tell you, honey, I have a blind date tonight, and I want you to go out with him.
You're right, Dorothy. This is one hearty laugh at your...
Salvador, if you want to fool around, take off your T-shirt. You're gonna get linguine all over me.
Ma.
Got the message? We got the flowers.
Come on, Ma.
Well, I also told her that Rose and I are getting out of the sandwich game.
Well, when we went over the books, the profits weren't quite what we expected.
Tell me, is Blanche back yet?
Oh, she's in the living room.
Thanks.
So when I told Anderbo, she blamed the whole thing on me. And then Clyde would never speak to me again for telling. I lost Anderbo. Now you understand why I can't tell Dorothy?
I don't even understand who Ander Bobo is. All I know is that Dorothy should find...
You know Sam down the block, the one who thinks he's hiding his stomach by wearing Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, Sam is fine.
His brother went for a checkup 7 years ago. The doctor said he was great. 3 days after the exam, he was dead.
Ma, he owed money to a guy named Face and got thrown off a pier.
Well, we're just really proud of you, Rose.
And I'm sure, Rose, that there is nobody who deserves that award more than you do.
This is the captain speaking. We are about to begin our descent to St. Gustav Airport. At least I think it's the airport.
This neurotic woman who made me and Virginia miserable our entire lives. I gotta go pack.
Oh, you hate to give him back.
Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Pussycat. Goodbye, little fella. Bye.
What are you carrying on? It's like talking to a salami.
What do you say?
No.
Okay, make it 100, but no monthly report.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Well, why don't I just wait outside, give you a few minutes to think this over?
Fine, fine. If he's still here in the morning, let's give him coffee, okay?
It's a nightmare. We've been visited by the yachts of Christmas past.
You watch your tongue, Missy.
I'm sorry, Daddy, but that woman is much too young for you. Well, she's practically my age.
I'm not ashamed to be in love with a younger woman.
Why'd you keep it a secret?
It's not a secret. I didn't think age mattered to you. It doesn't matter to either one of us.
Oh, Daddy, what you're doing is wrong. You're just making a fool of yourself.
Hate to admit it, but you look good.
Well, wish me luck.
Stanley, why don't you come back here in about an hour?
Why?
It'll take me a while to get ready.
Oh, thank you, Dorothy.
Besides, I'll need someone to fasten my pearls.
Okay, I think I can help you. I'll tell you a story, Rose. Picture it. Sicily, 1922.
Sophia, I have a problem. I just saw the guy I've been dating out with another woman. Now, what do you think I ought to do?
I think you should sit down and picture Sicily, 1922.
Oh, I'm fine. I just had a dream. We were all in Moscow. It was snowing and we were all wearing fake furs. I guess I'm just nervous about that press conference tomorrow. I've never had a press conference before. The idea of all those reporters coming to the house.
Oh, as God is my witness, I will never pick up another man. In a library. On a Saturday. Unless he's cute and drives a nice car.
Certainly explains the feeling of being right all the time. What is it?
173.
I don't know if you know this, but a burro can find his way back home.
Have fun shopping, Rose.
Oh, I'll be back.
Back. You see, what happened was...
Oh, you don't have to explain. My mother already told me all about you.
Honey, why didn't you tell us you were coming?
Yeah, I could have cooked all your favorite meals.
Well, my job at the jazz club ended early, so I decided to come visit for a few days.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
You play jazz? A child prodigy, the only one. Oh, don't do that. What are you doing?
Just want to be by myself for a while.
It's time to throw rice at the kids.
I don't think I can go back out there.
You're acting like a...
Hello? Well, Rose and I are ready for our date. I just think it's so sweet the way the mariachi band all chipped in to go on a double date with Rose and me. Here they are now. Angelo, great party the other night.
Yeah, you look great in a tux.
grown-up. I guess variety is the spice of life.
My Charlie never cheated on me. I think it was because the divorce laws were so stringent in St. Olaf. The wife gets to keep everything that doesn't ferment.
And Rose.
Oh, nice meeting you.
So, Jeremy, where did you and Rebecca meet?
We met at a sidewalk cafe in Paris.
There weren't any tables left, so I just sat at Becky.
Why don't we all move out to the Lanai for dinner?
I'll show you the way.
Here, let me help you with that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Lord. So long since I've been dipped. I can't even remember which end of a geflufen is up.
Oh, my God, Stan, you're not taking your monkey, are you?
Please, they are Japanese investors. The last thing I would do would be to offend them. She'll be at a separate table with the other wives.
No, Mrs. Gutman. Honestly, there's no hurricane coming.
Blanche, I do not believe for one moment that anything other than gin rummy happened between Rose and Jean last night.
Dorothy, something terrible happened.
Oh, God!
You idiot! If somebody told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
Blanche, would you excuse us?
You mean you don't want to
Flowers that year because of what happened to old man Smith. He was our town florist. He was also our town's only blacksmith. Come to think of it, he was our town's only black man. Anyway, when he first moved in, the town council decided to give him a traditional Scandinavian welcome, gathering on his files. What are you doing here?
Well, not that it matters, but I was on my way to the Theater of the Living. I thought I'd pop in and purchase a couple of day-old eclairs, which, incidentally, are for a dinner I'm making you next week. But the better question is, what are you doing here with these dandies yet?
Dandies!
Usually worked like a charm. Except every once in a while, there'd be a cow with a particularly low udder, and it would brush across my forehead and wake me up.
Oh, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just torn and confused. Guess I'll have to think about it all tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day. Come on, honey, let's get to that audition. Gloria, just consider this your home.
Oh, thank you. Nice meeting you both.
I'll tell you about it later.
Honey, let's go in the kitchen. I'll fix us some coffee.
No, wait. First, open these. Now, there is a new outfit for you, and some warm pajamas, and an...
Hard name to forget.
Oh, I know what you mean. The Wigglers were a very revered family.
Yeah, until the scandal.
Oh, it was just terrible. The Navy came to town to take bids for a big submarine contract. They said they wanted 3 submarines built for around $1 million. Well, Phineas said he could...
have to be here with me. I'm fine by myself.
I'm here because you're having lunch at Wolfie's after. Did you see him? Total fruitcake. We're talking serial murderer.
Well, if somebody tries to murder a serial, he should see a psychiatrist.
So tell me, what do you have planned today, Jean?
Nothing special. Jean, forgive me if I'm dwelling on the subject of men, but don't you think it's about time you plan something special, if you know what I mean? Oh, I couldn't. Oh, come on, it's been a year. Of course, my eyes bugged out, my hair shot straight up. I did a crazy rubber dance all over the room. Well, I'm sure my heart even stopped beating for a minute. Then she ran to Daddy and told him that I had broken the star and almost electrocuted her. And he sent me to my room for all of Christmas Eve. And told me that baby Jesus was mad at me for ruining. Gosh, it's only 1 week till spring break. And I have so much to do. I have to get new T-shirts for the wet T-shirt contest.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to spring break this year.
College kids, America's best and brightest are coming to town. It'd be nice to get mooned again. Would you buy it?
No, I couldn't sell my car to Rose. She's my friend. My great-granddaddy always used to say there are two things you never sell to a friend, a car and a slave. Because if either one of them quits working, you'll never hear the end of it. Of course, they hanged my great-granddaddy. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have. What do you give me for it?
Oh, whoa,
That hurt?
No, I'm singing rock and roll. Of course it hurts.
What did you have for dinner?
I didn't have any dinner.
All right. Tell me everything you ate today.
I don't know, a little of this, a little of that.
Wait a minute, she had this
First. Road at hell, I had a stamp made. Oh, I guess I've just been a fool.
Blanche, we're an awful lot alike. Too much alike. It's probably why we never got along. That also might be the reason.
Sleep, what do you want?
Open the door, Stanley.
Dorothy, you're in your nightgown.
I came here on an impulse. I couldn't help myself.
Well, it's really a nice gesture, babe, but I'm afraid I'll have to take a rain check.
Stanley, you truly are one chrome. Absolutely, Rose. That one's even more popular in Europe than it is here.
I met a beautiful young Sicilian aerobics instructor, gorgeous eyes, angelic mouth, and behind it must have been made on a Saturday because even the good Lord himself would want to take a day off to admire it.
Practical joke!
I can't believe it. She fell for it again. You want to have yachts tattooed on your forehead. Here you go. You are brilliant, Harry.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
That's floor in the garden area, Isaac. I know how you love to dance.
I do? Well, then let's have at it.
See what I mean?
Yeah, listen, Rose, before you go,
We'll be back in just a little while.
You can't get rid of me, Sophia. I won't give up until I make you mine.
Here, hold this.
Gloria, and of course, his new bride, Candy. I failed to protect my client, but I am determined, with your help, to solve these crimes and bring the murderer to justice.
Maybe that bloody dagger will lead us to the murder weapon. I went out to the garage to feed her, and her cage was empty. Where could she be? Nice to know I have a friend like you who cares.
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back. She's a very sweet...
This is it, Sophia?
Then you'll bring it up.
Time for my shake.
Honey, how you doing with this diet?
Oh, no problem. Piece of cake. Nice big piece of chocolate cake. Devil's food, smothered in whipped cream and coconut flake.
Freezer.
Hey, great!
Rose, look at this. Vaseline, Bengay. Oh, wow, look at this wonderful thermometer. Ouch, stop me, I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Ma, don't take that stuff.
Come on, pussycat, they expect us to take it.
Seemed to bring him back to life. And it made me realize why, from the time I laid eyes on him till the day he died, there was never another man in my life.
Oh, Blanche, you were never tempted?
Never.
Didn't you have your milk delivered?
Always the same thing with you, Blanche. Sex, sex, sex. I am tired of hearing it.
Maybe that's because you're not getting any, Dorothy.
Do you want the pot again, Rose?
Well, it just so happens. Go on, throw 'em. I don't care anymore.
Oh, honey, you still that upset about Jason?
I'm not upset about him. I would never get that upset about a man. Rebecca called, asked if she could come over and get the baby's things. I asked her if they grow up, not when they grow up. That's why I'm asking you to please unplug your bombs. I'll bet my bottom dollar, or in your case, your bottom ruble, that if you called President Reagan, he'd do the same thing. It's just someone has to be first. Thank you.
A communion dress. I was there for you when you needed a prom dress. I was there for you when you needed a wedding dress. And frankly, I'm sick of it. Buy your own damn dress. I'll be over at Mildred's.
Rose Nyland?
No, and if I start acting like her...
Whatever you think I did, I hope it was worth all the pain.
You show disrespect for our family, and family is sacred where I come from. Phil knew how I felt. You think it was easy for me? I did what I had to do.
But what did I do?
You know very well what you did.
I swear.
What the hell are you talking about?
Ask the towel lady.
You were saying, Blanche?
Well, it's just breaking my heart. I've never cared for a man as much as Fidel Santo Domingo.
Santiago.
Oh, whatever. The point is, he's rich, he's handsome, and we were made for...
I'm sorry, Blanche. I've given you some really bad advice here. Look, Stanley, if you're here to beg me again to go to that reception, forget it.
Hey, Stanley's born act does not beg, okay? I'm a man. I have my self-respect.
Full respect. These are all masters of their crafts.
Hi, girls. Who are all these old men?
The Osmond brothers, Rose. The years without Donnie have not been kind to them.
These are Vincenzo's friends, Rose.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I've had so much on my mind lately.
Have you decided
catering the affair?
Well, he might be able to take me, but my date for the evening is Hunter McCoy.
But what about Jake?
What about him?
Well, Jake has to take you to the benefit. I mean, you'll be there, he'll be there. He'll expect you to be there with him. How could you do this?
Well, Rose, you make it sound so terrible. It's not.
Jake won't leave it. There's a married dead man in my bed.
Serves him right.
Ma.
He lied to her.
I don't know why they do that. Don't they know we'll sleep with him anyway?
Well, what am I going to do? I can't tell her husband died in my bed.
Tell her you want to turn on the...
My turn to cook dinner. What does everybody want?
Nothing for me, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Oh, now, honey, don't let this get to you. It's something you can't do anything about.
I've always believed you can fix a problem, no matter how big it is, if you just put your mind to it.
How are you going to fix this nuclear war thing? By writing a letter to President Reagan?
Well, now, that would be pretty stupid. Whoa! Sophia, were you looking?
No, actually, that's when you stepped off. But I know it's not a good sign when the first rebound goes into the low 120s.
Oh, Blanche, honey, don't worry. All you need is a little spring tune-up.
I suppose you do.
May I help you, madame?
How do you know I'm not a mademoiselle?
Because what man in his right mind would leave you to languish on the vine?
If this was Sicily, you wouldn't have any lips left.
I missed out on a lot of things because of that fear. Then, one day...
No, don't tell me, don't tell me. You met a handsome pilot. He invited you into the cockpit. Of course, you said yes, as you usually do in these stories. The two of you made passionate love, and now you cannot get enough of the friendly skies.
No, that's not what happened. To understand the reasons you're doing what you're doing. Can I talk to you?
Daddy,
When a man reaches your age, why, he might start wondering about who's going to be there to take care of him.
Yes, he does.
Footsie in years. Charlie never wanted
Rose, Frank and Dorothy might want to play footsie.
Oh. Oh.
How do I look?
Beautiful.
Go back and change. Oh, honey, that outfit might be all right for a gay funeral in New Orleans, but it's... Where did those pants come from?
According to the label, The Gap.
Hold it, Dorothy. Don't you get it? Holly has company. Well, nice going, girl. You're...
Give it a shot.
Great, my unmarried daughter wants to spend her weekend with a toilet. Now I can die in peace.
Oh, Dorothy, could I please borrow your long rhinestone chain?
Of course, Blanche.
Why not? What's Dorothy gonna do with it? Snake out a toilet?
It's just so hard to dress for these dates with red plays.
However long that takes.
We're going to New York for the honeymoon. I just hope I don't get murdered.
Charlie and I waited 2 whole years before we got married.
I got married before.
What? He's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. I cannot believe a man like that would be interested in Rose.
And I guess he's not perfect after all.
That's right, Dorothy. Oh, thank you. I feel so much better.
We're living with Robin Givens.
So that we could buy Pop a television for his birthday.
Then it's settled. You buy us one, we'll buy you one.
It's a deal.
Sure. Then your father can go watch the Friday night fights with your yutz of a husband. You can come over here and watch Person to Person with me. And maybe once a week the whole family can come over and watch that new...
Wait a minute. There is not one shred of evidence, not one logical reason why I should not believe that this woman is my mother or that Gina is her real daughter.
Buongiorno, I'm a Gina.
How do you remember all this?
I tagged him for migratory purposes.
Dorothy, come on, the auction needs you. The children need you. Please, won't you reconsider?
Oh, all right. It's only one night. I'll go. But I'll tell you, I really hate this.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. That balloon man couldn't have been that terrible.
Sex.
Obviously, you fell off the wagon.
And on to a naval base.
It was just after I'd lost George, and it just seemed an appropriate thing to do.
Of course it did. And your husband had just died.
So what? Stabbed me right in the back.
Oh, come on, Blanche. Did you really expect us to turn Laszlo down? You said yourself it was a chance to become immortalized in a classic work of art.
Horsepucky. You went for the same reason Rose went, to get your hands on my man. I am never speaking to that low-down scuzzball ever again. He changed his mind.
Hello? Yes, this is Rose. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, okay. Bye.
There.
Don't look at me. I haven't had a raw vegetable in 6 months.
That's Mr. Percy, our station manager.
Well, the secret's out. Our consumer reporter, Enrique Mas, has announced that he's leaving the show and moving on to the network. But we feel we found the perfect replacement. She's dramatic.
I just don't understand it. I forbade her to go, and she looked me straight in the eye and walked out that door.
Honey, you have to understand. Look, Lucy is experiencing her first taste of freedom. She's going through a rebellious stage.
Blanche, could you come out here?
What's wrong, honey?
That was Sam Burns. He found these in his love seat.
My earrings, thank goodness.
Aren't we forgetting something?
What?
An apology?
Oh, honey, you don't have to apologize.
Hi, Blanche. Hi, Ted. How was your date?
It's not over yet. What are you doing, up?
I still can't sleep.
I don't want to seem insensitive, Rose, but that's your problem. Get out.
Blanche said Doug.
And Beatty passed up the chance to sleep with me.
So, Rose, you say you were radioactive? Pound of you. Just exactly how many pounds is it I'm currently loving?
Mama.
Never mind.
Hi, Sophia. How was your meeting?
Terrible. That.
And where are you two featherheads fluttering off to?
Terrible news. The sky is falling.
What?
A piece of it hit me in the head.
Are you sure?
Doesn't she act as if something hit her in the head? We're off to warn the king.
Oh, dear.
I just haven't found a thing today. I don't look right in American clothes. I have a more European body.
Oh, in Europe, do they all have big butts, too?
Then
I couldn't do that anymore.
Today's a special day. She makes it, her twirls around, and droplets go all over. It's such fun.
Well, what do you think of Maggie?
Does it matter?
Well, of course it does.
All right, then I'll be frank. I think she's a gold-digging hussy.
Kirsten. Kirsten. What's going on?
Well, they just brought my mother out of surgery, and well, she doesn't look so good.
When can we...
Friday night, we're planning on having dinner at Joe's Stone Crab.
Oh?
Hey, it's your wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah, right. Sounds nice.
Ma, you didn't forget, did you?
Oh, forgive me. I forgot something. Maybe you should ship me back to Shady Pines. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the living room being...
Do we not die?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was the finest audition for the acting school that we've seen all week. Congratulations.
I'm so glad Pepe has the opportunity to be an actor.
Why? When was the last time? Order. Each generation improves upon it in some way. Like, for instance, it was my great-grandmother who added heat. What did you add, Sophia? A mouthful of wine.
The reason they were so expensive was he had used all imported meats and cheeses.
You know, that story still tickles me just as much as the first time Charlie told it to me.
It just amazes me how much you know about my life with Charlie.
Rose.
Cup of tea, Ma.
Good idea, Pussycat.
Ma, you never thought I wasn't your daughter, did you?
Of course not.
Because if you want to check the results
Oh,
of...
don't talk crazy. Go in and make the tea. I'll be right in.
What have you got there?
Nothing. It's an ancient recipe, but I Americanized it.
Yeah, so one might say you brought Geflerkenerken into the 80s?
Yes, but I'm not one to blow my own Vertuvenflugen.
I can't even reach mine.
A master in the studio, you must also be a master in the bedroom. You think because you can work a piece of clay into a piece of beautiful art, you can also work a woman's body into fits of ecstasy and passion and total screaming abandon.
Trip to Florida. He went there every spring to discuss sales. Oh, look, here he is at Gator World. And here he is touring the Miami suburbs. And here he is in Blanche's bed. And here he is...
Wait, Blanche? Blanche Devereaux?
Yeah, right here in her bed.
This part needs a little work. And then now here's the chorus. It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
No, not off for you. I kissed a fool. I helped a holy man. And I witnessed the betrayal of a loved one. That's a lot of work for a woman who nods off all day on the couch.
Ma, please, please, if somebody has to tell Rose, please let it be me.
I'm sorry, but that won't satisfy.
Without a tip, you're just another old lady wearing men's socks and a bad attitude.
They love me.
They hate you.
The last time they gave me a balloon.
You ripped that out of a kid's hand.
You're just upset because I won't take the first thing they bring out.
You don't take anything they bring out.
We're both right beside you to help you through it.
It's not that easy. Eddie has some kind of a strange hold over me.
Oh, baloney. Eddie is just a man cut from the same cloth as the many men who have dumped you over the years. Just think of him as all those men, Dorothy.
Memories, I'll cherish them always.
Stan, ciao.
Oh, you're back from your session.
Can we get you anything?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I think you got yourself one hell of a lawsuit there, Blanche.
This is a last-minute game without our star player.
Rose, listen, I am getting sick and tired of being made out to be a villain simply because I play by the rules.
Relax. It'll all be over tomorrow.
Yeah, if I make it that far, I think I caught something practicing out in the rain.
So did I. Gee, I hope none of the boys caught it.
Don't worry about it. Those...
Coming.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I come in?
Sven, I have some bad news.
Is it bad news?
Yes, it's bad.
Were you two the cousins who played the banjo in Deliverance?
Rose, what's wrong?
Oh, that was the counseling center. I have to work today. Now who's going to show Sven the sights?
Girls, don't you just love our hotel?
Oh, it's so much nicer than those big chains. How did you find it, Blanche?
Well, it was in our price range, and it was near the beach, and it had the most men hanging out in the lobby.
I think we better go. We don't want to keep Bert waiting.
Wait a minute now.
Rebecca, you always feel like you're among friends. What do you think?
That was just a story.
I think it was a true story.
Will you go see that judge with me?
Will you start putting an R in February?
Okay.
Wally. Oh, you mean at the actual dance marathon?
That's right. Seems to me I showed you two guys a thing or two that night.
Ladies and gentlemen, our charity dance marathon is now entering its 7th hour. Let's give our contestants a great...
How would you like your rear end kicked across the street?
Oh, great. Here's the other $4.
Girls, there is a busload of Greek sailors out front. They want to know how many drachma there are in $8.
Not only am I not allowed to go, I'm not allowed to talk about it. This is the same deal Cinderella had with her stepsisters.
I've always wanted to go to Hollywood. When I was a young girl, I used to dream about becoming a movie star. Mr. Mason, who owned the corner drugstore, said I was a young Barbara Billingsley.
I probably just overdid it in class tonight.
I do think you ought to have it checked out.
Come on, it's perfectly all right. Ma, what is that you're knitting?
A bottle cover for the sherry.
Why do we need to cover the sherry?
Not the sherry here in the house. The sherry I take to the park. You drink out of a paper bag in the park, and suddenly...
I don't know, honey. I don't need it on my thigh.
Who's she going out with?
Harry, again.
Harry. Who is this Harry?
All Blanche said was he still has his own teeth and hair.
Oh, it is wonderful dating in Miami. All the single men on...
Try to pretend you don't notice his hands caressing your calf as he tries to keep his mind on shoes, but all the time he's thinking, dare I peek? Dare I look more? Dare I look where no eyes have looked before? What in hell is going on here?
This is Baby, 5 times Blue Ribbon winner at the Minnesota State Fair. This sweet little thing was your uncle's pride and joy.
Oh, my God, that's the cutest baby I've ever seen.
Ma, it's a pig. Months.
Years.
Look, I agree with everything you're trying to say, but it is not that simple. The woman is my mother, and right now she needs my attention.
Why don't you just tell her how you feel? She'll understand.
You honestly think so?
Sonia. Yeah, well, that's an ugly hat.
Rose, nobody's having a good time. It's supposed to be a party.
Well, maybe when Sophia makes her entrance, it'll perk things up.
Oh, everybody, here's Myrtle. Oh, Myrtle, thank goodness you got here. You're just the person we need.
So did I mention that my daughter and her roommates just left on their vacation? They'll be gone for 5 days. Anyway, I notice we're always smiling at each other. So I was thinking, now that we have a little privacy, maybe sometime we could smile and talk, you know, over a glass of...
Mr. Donald Trump.
I have a feeling the three of us are going to be together for a long time.
And do you, Max, take Sophia to be a lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then if no Elvis in this room has any objection to this union, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
To the wedding.
Doug.
I got an anesthesiologist, but you won't feel anything.
Doug.
All right, Doug. But listen, don't you forget, you be careful. This man is on loan from the Blanche Devereaux collection.
You better be careful what you say. I happen to be an ex-wife.
Not like his, I'm sure. No one's like her. She's Superwoman. She was the perfect wife. Cooked, cleaned, had 2 kids, got an education, has never looked better, and now she has a career.
Oh, that wasn't a marriage.
I'm down. I might as well get used to it.
Dear Mr. Gorbachev, my name is Rose Nyland. I'm writing to you because I'm really worried about nuclear war. I hear there are enough bombs to blow up the world 100 times, and it scares me. It scares the girls in my cadet troop, too. They talk about what they want to want him.
I'm not listening to you anymore. Dorothy was right. You got me into trouble. You got Rose into trouble. You'd get Dorothy into trouble if anyone was interested in her.
Wait a minute. Why, just the other day, that guy who works with our gardener, you know, the one with the leaf blower.
Canary in the bureau drawer. Write me.
I'm starting to root for the revolution.
Well, we're here now. Come on, let's make the best of it.
Yeah, maybe this room isn't a total loss. Look here, a vibrating bed. Come on, let's give it a try. Come on, it'll be fun.
Now, isn't somebody going to say something? Ma? Angela? Fine, I'll wait.
You know what I think?
That reindeer really know how to fly?
100-year-old oak tree.
Because Frida Claxton is a miserable, vile, scum-sucking crank who gives nice old ladies like me a bad name. Believe me, she's a totally rotten human being.
Well, I, for one, don't think there is such a thing as a totally rotten human being. I think there's some good in everybody.
Daughter, I know everything, and frankly, I'm not thrilled. Of course, if you want to break your mother's heart and leave the priesthood, that's between you and the Vatican. But there are a few things you should know about Dorothy before you get carried away.
So, Frank, if you made your decision, I think I can serve God and the church.
Then he spells it out in
pepper. Rose, can we just get on with the speech?
Okay. friends, family. Aunt Gretchen was a special person. She... What's the point?
What?
I think they're making...
What?
They're making a stove.
Let me see. Yep, they are. We're back in business.
Oh, please.
No, they are, Dorothy. They really are. And I don't know a thing about animals.
Well, they certainly...
Honey, you're getting sicker and sicker.
Just like my heroin, sicker and sicker. Though, of course, my heroin doesn't look like you. This is a romantic novel, not science fiction.
Remind me when I feel better to kick the crap out of her.
What are you doing in there? Painting the Sistine Chapel?
Whoa, pit stop.
Her own little secret. That and the dent in Blanche's car.
Gotcha. You are such a liar.
What?
Neither one of them is your best friend. Admit it. I'm your best friend.
You're right. I was talking about you, Mom.
But I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
I am never getting into a double hockey sticks.
Oh, what language. My ears are burning. Rose Nyland, you know what you are. You are an A1 first class all-around nerd. Oh, honey, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Oh. We rushed right over.
Rose, it's late. What are you doing up?
I'm just cleaning up some things on your mother's will.
Oh, you mean the legal language?
No, I spilled some sauce.
Understanding. Who is buying?
How about Dutch Street?
Great. I'll see you Thursday.
Dorothy. Thanks.
You. Listen, Ted, I hate to interrupt. What was all that sweet talk about your having a crush on me?
Well, I did, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but what about last night?
Mrs. Devereaux, come in, please. I'm Dr. Taylor.
Very pleased to meet you.
I'd like to go over your form.
Well, fine. Shall I disrobe right here, or do you have some kind of examining room?
You know, I meant your medical form, the one you filled out in the waiting room.
Sorry.
Oh, you are proposing.
Hungry.
That is the truth. He was visiting his aunt at the center. He said he liked my spunk.
I guess it's not easy for anybody to accept being dateless on Valentine's Day.
Well, what's so special about this day anyway?
Honey, it's the most romantic day of the year. George proposed to me on Valentine's Day.
We know you.
You got this coming. Hello. I would like to report a stolen Mercedes.
Okay, I want to go over a few of the house rules. You share the bathroom with the people staying in Dorothy's room. I believe the people across the street are out of town, so you can use their pool. They're friends of ours, so try and pick up after yourselves.
Hello. My fingers to the bone 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on...
No, if you ask me, we are doing fine. Starting out slow, going in on that certificate of deposit together. I mean, it's the simplest form of investment. An idiot couldn't screw it up. By the way, Rose, what was the rate today for the CD at the bank?
I didn't go to the...
Lose you. That's why I made up those stories about the bank robbery. $45,000 was my life savings. I thought with that money I could treat you like you ought to be treated. Like a queen.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe it either.
Wherever we go, people stare at him.
Maybe they're staring at you, honey.
At me?
Oh, only a good friend would tell you this, Rose, but that color you dye your hair, honey, that hasn't existed since they discontinued the Ford Falcon.
Let's go. Let's get this wedding on the road.
Just a little something?
Stop it. You know what I want to hear.
No, I don't.
You played it for her, you can play it for me.
But I don't think that I should...
If she can stand it, so can I. Now play.
Okay, you're the boss. It's a world of laughter. We've never met.
Admit it, you have grown.
Rose, could you introduce Blanche and me?
Oh, of course. Dorothy, this is Blanche. Blanche, this is Dorothy. We have jokes like that around here all the time.
It's like living in a house full of Howie Mandel.
You're trying a little too hard.
Oh, I don't. No, Rose, I admire you. When you want something to happen, you go for it. Me, I dream.
Are you back on that showbiz kick again?
Oh, yeah, Ma. I was always pretty good at it, even way back in high school. Ma, do you remember those variety shows that my class used to put on? I was really very good.
It's just two little words, but they are the hottest two little words in all the whole world for me to say.
Not tonight.
No.
That transmitter at the McDonald's tonight. There's a great movie on TV.
What is it?
In Cold Blood. It's about this innocent family is brutally murdered.
May I
when these
see that, Rose?
Sure.